Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the rink here, the Cerow Recreation Park, home of the Thousand Island Raiders. My name's Connor Lalone, and excited to have Brooks Haynes here on camera for us tonight, which means I can step in and try to let you know what's going on out on the ice. The Raiders coming into the evening 2-2 on the year. We saw them take a couple of games from Iron City, the Pennsylvania team, last week here at home. And looking to knock off the undefeated Ridgetown Royals as we're underway. The Royals possessing off the opening faceoff. And they will try to break out quick. They've got a couple of men with some speed. Ferrugia down that left wing. He's going to chase in forecheck on Wills. Wills dumps it out to the near side. And the Raiders control behind their own net. Check there by Dernick, but able to escape the zone eventually. Raiders making me eat my words. They do eventually get it out, but picked up right back there by Ridgetown. Slapped into the zone. Trudeau unable to control there. And the puck still down here in this near side. The crafty Elk. Landon Hoskins throws it across the ice. That centering pass is broken up. And then a collision down here right in front of us. Wills out to Trudeau, and he'll enter the zone up the left wing. Trudeau dumps it deep. And the Raiders lose possession just as quickly as they were able to set it up. Chasing back into the Raider end is St. Anne Spinner. He throws it up the near side. It's taken away there. Puck comes out in front. And the Raiders able to clear through Cook Avery. Cook Avery up the left wing. He's checked. And neither team really getting any sort of consistent puck possession here in the opening couple of minutes. 18:20 to go in the first period. No score. Quick shot there, and that misses wide off the stick of Vanden Bourne. This one deep into the Royals end. Control there. Puck out in front. The shot. And they score. Raiders will take the early lead 1-0. Puck came out in front and was hammered home. This one deep into and a golden start for Royals the Raiders. As you take another look, puck right out in front and then able to slap it home right in front of the Royals netminder, Owen Lemieux. Take the early lead 1-0. Golden start. Back underway. The Raiders now with a 1-0 lead. That one dumped into the offensive zone. And swinging around to pick it up are the Royals. Controlled there. Near side, quick pass thrown off the pad of Robert Fountain, who got a leg down. Another shot, and he sticks that one away. St. Anne Spinner taking off the puck in the far corner. And the Royals trying to respond after falling behind. That shot from the point missed everything. Kept in the zone, though. Dernick on the right wing. Puck high into the air and gloved down. Still, though, the Royals, another shot. That one hit a stick in front, never made its way all the way through, snuck into the corner. Raiders now trying to control the puck and escape the zone as the Royals go for changes here. They pick it right back up in the neutral zone. Puck squirts out in front. Oaks Cook, Colton owns Oaks Cook, goes in front of the net. Risky move, nearly lost the puck. It comes out to the point. Shot from there off the right pad again of Bobby Fountain. A good save. That one tipped in front off the pipe. Fountain went to go cover it, and it sneaks free anyway. Good look for Ridgetown. This one pumped deep. Lemieux out of the net. He plays it off the glass on the near side. Bounces off of Young's. And Royals the other way. Dumped deep by Sean Noah. Comes all the way out to the near sideline. Win Horner. Horner couldn't escape the zone. He's going to pick up the puck on the near boards. And again, tries to just pump it out. They do end up in the offensive zone. Here's Youngs with some speed, taking off the puck behind the net, but he's going to pick it back up on the far boards. Thrown out to the point, shot, looked for the tip, and Lemieux able to make the save. Keeps it 1-0. Big hit late on the far side by Austin Hickner. And then his outlet pass is going to miss everybody. Controlled by Gil Martin. Gil Martin to the near side. Puck rattled in around Lemieux. He couldn't get it. And tipped back in. Dan Harville taken to the boards behind the net. Centering pass off the stick of Endy. And here come the Royals the opposite direction with some speed. And back out to the point. Shot from there. That missed everything on the near side. Works its way out towards the left corner. Rattled around behind the goal again. Errant pass. And then another. Raiders unable to escape the zone. Quick shot. And then some collision in front. After Fountain was able to make the initial save, Spencer Clark gave him a little shove. Fountain, it's hard to say. Guy looked sharp when he let in 8 goals, but that was the case Halloween night. Raiders with a win, 9-8 on the evening against the Iron City Forge. That one gloved by Fountain as the puck came out in front. And he'll hold on, gets the stop. 14:45 remaining in the first period. It is 1-0. Down here on the near sideline, good forecheck, able to break up the pass was Ezekiel Endy. Got his name on the score sheet a couple of times last weekend as well. Trying to escape the zone, the Royals. And they will do so. Now skating through the slot, throwing one in front of the net was Vanden Born. And it never made its way all the way through. This one, icing waved off as chasing into the zone is Keenan Hearn, and Hearn trying to muscle the puck free. Terrific skating from the Royals. Wagner throws it deep. Good body check laid by Gil Martin. And then another behind the net. Puck off the glove of Fountain a couple of times. Fountain still struggling down there to get his balance. Might have lost his stick. This one is going to be an icing call. Trudeau is down there. Gave it a chase. Unable to get there ahead of Dan Harville. And an icing with 13:31 to go in the first period between the TI Raiders and the Ridgetown Royals. Offensive zone draw for the Royals. They win it back. Shot from the point, hits a leg, comes right back out. And another shot wide. Gil Martin behind the net throws it out, and they'll clear the zone. A couple of guys head off for changes for the Raiders. Ridgetown looking to go quick. Another shot thrown off the back dasher. And then just dumped back in by the Royals. Puck down in that far corner. It's pretty much our only blind spot here. Now out in front, shot wide. Another one thrown off the side of the net. Fountain might have got a piece of that one, and Raiders will clear the zone. It turns into a breakaway for Oaks Cook. He had to track back and get it. A quick shot, and it's another goal. Well, it looked like Colton Oaks Cook had fluffed his lines a little bit there on the, what could have been a very clean breakaway. Hit a hold up there at the blue line. You see him stop, gather the puck, he had to track and then a great pass out in front. It's another goal. And it's a second goal in the first period. Well, it looked like for the Thousand Islands Raiders. Believe that was Cook Avery who was there to sneak it past Lemieux. So 2-0 now the lead. That one will not be icing. Waved off. Wells throws it off the glass. Tough bounce. Came right back out in front. Quick shot in the goal. So 2-0 now the lead. Raiders didn't even have time to really celebrate one. Watch Oaks Cook.
Wells throws it off the glass.
Wells rather throw that one off the glass. Came right back out in front.
Quick shot.
Nobody from TI there able to clear it away, and it set up really nicely for Ritchie, who was able to beat Fountain. And now Ritchie chasing into the zone, picks up the puck again with some speed, throws it in front, and that'll escape the zone, gets by everybody. And back to retrieve it is Owen Bateman. Bateman's clearing attempt. Knocked down, comes right back to him. Bateman up the near sideline. Gets around Trayer. Bateman, great pass in front. Ritchie, and it's swallowed up by Fountain. A little pushing and shoving after the fact. Nothing doing after that play. Pretty exciting first 8 minutes, 11:51 to go in the first period, and it's 2-1. The score here between the TI Raiders and the Ridgetown Royals. Behind the net, surveying, throws it out to the point. Cross-check into the back. No whistles. We play on. Dump out, hit a body on the clearing attempt, and here come the Raiders the opposite direction. Well checked. And the Royals will settle it down. Pass out to the blue line. And now into the zone with speed as Vanden Born goes right to the net. And Fountain able to cover it up as Addison Oaks Cook took the body on Nolan Vanden Born, the captain for Ridgetown. Stoppage in play. Both teams will make changes. Off the face-off, Raiders behind the net. Dump out is taken away. And now here they come with some speed the other way. Trudeau's just going to backhand it into the corner and chase it there. Trudeau tried to take it away. Well read by the Royals. Now down the near wing. And they're going to stay on side. Centering pass, and the shot was whiffed on. Would have been danger for Fountain if they had connected. Raiders sandwiched in the neutral zone was Endy. This one comes out to the near side and taken away. Raiders dump into the zone. They're offside. They got to get back on. Blair. And now Ritchie with speed. That one off a stick and up and out of play behind the net of Bobby Fountain. Stop and play with 10:14 to go in the first period. Face off one back to the point. Centering pass broken up. Finds its way behind the net. Puck down in that far corner. Raiders control from there. Pass out and then dumped in. Lemieux goes behind the net to settle it down. He'll ring it around the boards on the near sideline. Raiders unable to control the puck, and Ritchie with a good head of steam down that left wing. Centering pass. And the puck's still loose there, corralled by the Raiders. Dumped, but kept in the zone by Ritchie, who will head off for a change. Oaks Cook throws it across the ice, stays in the zone. Vandenborn able to sneak in at the blue line. Shot off the blocker of Fountain. Another shot that was whiffed on, and finally the Raiders able to escape their defensive zone. A lot of tired legs out there for him here with 9:13 to go in the first period. Vandenborn, wrister from the right side, the lefty. And Fountain swallows it up. Another stop and play with 9:07 to go. Raiders, long stretch pass, unable to connect. Icing waved off. Chasing in is Dan Harville. Puck loose out in front. Harville tried to redirect. Comes right back to him. And then laid off by Morja. Puck escapes the offensive zone. Raiders back on side. Here's Wills. Wills through the center of the ice. He was taken off the puck. And then chopped clear. A little neutral zone battle, and the puck dumped deep behind Fountain. Long stretch pass out to the near sideline for Youngs. He goes back across the ice. Dangerous pass from Youngs. And this one up into the bench area. Stop and play again with 8:08 remaining in the first period. 2-1 the score. TI with the lead over the visiting Ridgetown Royals. Fraley in the face-off circle. Won it back, but TI will control. On the left wing, off the pad of Lemieux. They were looking for the tip and couldn't connect. This one dumped deep, whiffed on it. Endy, so the icing waved off. Endy deep behind his own net will control there. Ezekiel Endy swings it back around. Trudeau off his skate out to center ice. And then Endy on the forecheck, pokes it into the corner. Out to this near side. And all the way down the ice. Should be icing. No, it's waved off. As Addison Oaks Cook has got to go back and control behind his own goaltender. Tic-tac on the near side from Cook Avery, but they gave it away. Centering pass out to the point. Thrown deep. That one hit a leg on its way through, never made it to the goal. Bouncing in front, though. Off the pad, it's still loose, and it's poked in. Fountain got it off the leg, threw a blocker at it, but unable to steer it into a safe space. That one hit a leg on its way through, never made it to the goal. On the bouncing right hash marks. Off a couple of saves there, and it's poked in. Fountain got it off the leg. Worked its way free. And we're all tied up at 2 goals apiece. It's for Cook Avery in all alone against a couple of defensemen. Nearly jumping that one was Oaks Cook. He's going to pick it up here as he was able to retreat to the blue line just in time. Oaks Cook backhanded off the mask of Lemieux. And the Royals will dump it clear out through center ice. Gil Martin back to pick it up. He throws it out, tipped in by Oaks Cook. Lemieux behind the net with 5:50 in a tie game. Taking off the puck on the near wing. Morja able to take it away. Right down in front of us, breaking free, are the Royals. Vandenborn tried to center it. That was blocked. That one off the side of the stick of Fountain. Over on the far boards, Dan Harville will slow things down. Looks to break out. It was tipped, but the Raiders will control. 1-on-3, whiffed on the shot, came back out in front, and Lemieux had to be alert. Wasn't exactly what Youngs was intended to do. He had to make something happen there, 1-on-3. And he ended up whiffing on the first shot. Came out in front right back to him before he was able to get there. Royals netminder threw his body on top, covered up. Controlled behind the net. And now up the near wing. Fountain will come out of the net to play it. Not the cleanest of passes by Fountain this time. This one tipped into the zone. It's Youngs in deep after it. Hard hit. An awkward one there as Youngs went in deep on the forecheck. Puck comes out though and controlled by Morja. He dumps it back deep. Skipped over the stick of Gil Martin and all the way down into the Raider end with 4:25 to go in the first period. Long stretch pass just off the stick of Oaks Cook. Otherwise, he would have been in again. Centering pass, though, shot on the near side. Missed. Wide right. Raiders will keep it in the zone. Shot from the point. Got the deflection, but not enough on it to steer it netward. Another centering pass made its way all the way through. Gil Martin, and that one up and off the ceiling, which will stop play with 4 minutes to go. Good sustained pressure there for 30 or 40 seconds for TI. Got the puck into the offensive zone and able to set up shop a little bit. A couple of good centering passes made Lemieux work his way back and forth. And unable to get one past the Royals goaltender for the third time tonight. This one will stay in the zone, back out front. Great look, and another goal for the Raiders. It's Ezekiel Endy in front. And this one kind of just a broken play. Hit a body in front. For the third time and this one will worked its way right to Ezekiel Endy in front. And he was able to sneak it past Owen Lemieux. Ezekiel Endy in front. And this one kind of just a broken play. Hit a body. This is the fourth time we've seen the Raiders here this year in the Cerow Rec Park. If those first three games were anything to go by, you can expect goals when you come to the rink. It's turned out to be that way so far. 3-2 in the first period. 3 minutes to go still. Royals trying to respond yet again. A centering pass and unable to get enough wood on it was Ritchie. Now a good scrum along the boards behind the net. And Ritchie taken down, tackled from behind. That'll be a penalty. And then some as Caleb Wills started throwing a couple of punches. Now a couple of more guys were thinking about going. They're still wrestling. That's Thompson. And I believe Matt Clark for the Royals. Yeah, a little extracurriculars here. Thompson's a fiery character. Wills is going to come sit down the initial penalty, which, take your pick, could be any number of things. You see bear hugged one of the Royals players from behind, probably an interference. Thompson likely will pick one up as well. Blair Derrick was coming over to the Royals bench with his hands up in disbelief. Wait to see what the fallout is down there. They're just going to convene and have a discussion. Some laundry out there. Looks like maybe a mouth guard coming out to this bench area. I mentioned the goals. You could expect goals. You could expect a little bit of skirmishing as well here in the APHL. 3:18 to go in the first period. All the way down there by himself, Owen Lemieux. He was an isolated figure from all the nonsense that happened down behind his opposite goaltender, Robert Fountain, guessing that TI is going to end up shorthanded here, and it certainly looks like that's the case. Nothing up on the board yet as far as penalties are concerned, but it's 5-on-4 out there right now. For what we'd imagine is the next 2 minutes or less. Into the faceoff dot for the Royals, Nolan Vanderborn. They've got 2 up now on the board for the Raiders. Again, that was Wills initiated all of that. So first look at the penalty kill for the Raiders. And a chance to clear here. And they will. Dumped down the other end by Trudeau. They get Wills for a hold. Thompson will pick up the roughing penalty, which will offset with Derrick picking up the matching 2-minute minor for roughing. Again, the power play for Royals, and they get set up here in the offensive end. Puck down in that left corner, thrown out to the point. Vandenborn, shot from the point, and swallowed up by Robert Fountain off the stick of Landon Hoskins, who let one go. Minute 12 remaining in the penalty kill for the Raiders, who hold on to a 1-goal lead, 3-2 here in the first period. Vandenborn into the faceoff dot again. Raiders are going to win this, but it's going to stay in the zone. Thrown back deep. Ferrugia to the point. And they work it back to the right side. Dropped off for Ferrugia. He falls down, but keeps it in the zone. Vandenborn tried to center, comes out. Ferrugia tipped in front, shot blocked, and a diving effort couldn't keep it in the offensive end. .42 seconds remaining in the penalty kill, as the Royals will dump it deep, but controlled by TI, and another solid clear to kill some time off. Under 30 seconds to go in the PK, a minute 43 remaining in the first period. Up the near sideline is Clark, Matt Clark, speeding past St. Anne Spinner. Centering pass was broken up by Fountain. Back out to the point. A couple of guys play tic-tac-toe. And dump back down into the right corner. Behind the net, thrown off the side of Fountain. It's still loose down there. And it's behind the net. And Harville will clear the zone. Penalty over. Back to 5-on-5. That one dumped back in. Raiders got to get onside. They do. Trudeau. Now he'll pinch in. Tries to keep it in the zone and does, at least for the time being. Now cleared out. And settled down at the blue line by Gil Martin. His dump will go right on Lemieux. He'll cover with 46.9 remaining in the first period. Face-off will come out to the right side of Owen Lemieux, our left from up here on the walkway leading up to the press box in the Cerow Rec Park. Able to clear are the Royals. And then just a half-hearted attempt from Oaks Cook means the Royals can keep it in the zone. Settled down behind the net by Gil Martin, thrown up the near boards. Still, Royals, though, keep it in the Raiders' end. Trying to pinch in and keep it in unsuccessfully that time. And a little disjointed here with just 15 seconds remaining. One last push for the Raiders. Quick shot went off a stick up into the ceiling tiles. And it'll be a face-off with 10.9. behind the net with just a couple of seconds left remaining in the period. And thrown up the near wing. That'll do it for the first period. 3-2 the score. The Raiders with a lead after 20 minutes of play. Saw themselves up 2-0. Royals were able to fight back and even it up before Thousand Islands retook the lead late in the first period. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the Raiders YouTube channel. My name is Connor Lalone. Still getting used to a lot of the names and numbers out here for the Raiders, so I apologize. Hope you give me a little bit of grace. Work with me as we get used to the guys out here. We're going to take a break in between the first and second periods, and we'll be right back here on the Raiders YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the Cerow Rec Center, where the TI Raiders staked themselves a 3-2 lead after the first period of play. Thanks for tuning into the Raiders YouTube channel. My name's Connor Lalone, and excited to be able to actually commentate a game for you instead of just letting you hear all the chirping and the natural sound. We'll get to hopefully explain what's going on a little bit too. Like I said, TI a 3-2 lead after the first 20 minutes of play. They were up 2-0. Before the Ridgetown Royals struck back twice to tie it up. Gavin Cook Avery opened the scoring for TI. Brendan Ritchie picked up the first for the Royals. And then Spencer Clark tied the game before Ezekiel Endy untied it. 3-2 is the score now. Apologies, folks. We were just interrupted up here on the deck. Underway in the second period. The Raiders in the black sweaters, black shorts. Playing now from right to left. The visiting Royals, off-white, kind of cream color uniform with the blue pants and the white socks. Pretty sharp looking. The Raiders wanted a too many men call there, which they did not get. Pucked up down to this near side. And now settled in behind. Long stretch pass up ahead. Endy already got one, looking for two, throws it in, he banks it in. Ezekiel Endy sneaks one in. Past Owen Lemieux, the second of the night for Endy, the fourth for the Raiders. And their lead is 2 again. Endy was in there kind of all by himself. And it's almost like Lemieux cheated to his near post just a little bit, and Endy able to throw it back across his body and sneak it in. Back underway. Just a minute and a half gone in the second period, and Endy doubles the lead. Ridgetown fought back from behind too once already in this game. They'll have to fight back from behind two again if they want to make anything happen here in the second period. Puck dumped deep. Fountain thought about it. He's going to change his mind. Now down in the near corner. Quick shot off of Fountain and then thrown off the near boards. And back to retreat it is Bateman for the Royals. No icing, and Bateman behind his own net. Throws it up, it's tipped, and works all the way out here to Dylan St. Ann Spinner. He goes across ice. That dump in, that should be an icing. No, it's waved off. Long pass off the boards. That looked like it could be icing, and this time it is. 17:31, they'll bring the puck all the way back down into the Ridgetown end. Not sure which side just yet. Still working that out. And it'll be our right-hand side, the left for the goaltender, Owen Lemieux. Morja into the face-off dot, won it off to the right. That one held in at the blue line, and then the quick shot high and off the glass from Gilmartin. Thrown back in behind by Youngs, and on the near side is Harville. Now skating in Morja. Down in that far corner, centering pass for Wills. He throws it deep behind the net. Young's unable to corral it there. And he's fighting with Bateman in behind. Bateman whiffed on the clearing attempt. It does make its way out into the neutral zone. But the Raiders take it right back in the corner, Wills. Couple of collisions in front, a quick shot and a no. Raiders thought they scored. The referee right on the red line immediately waved it off. Well, the horn obviously sounded here in the building, but I don't think this one's going to count. Raiders celebrated immediately. It was Gilmartin, and you see him throw his hands up pretty quickly there after the referee waved it off. No goal. From up here, it was pretty difficult to tell whether or not it had crossed the line, but my first instinct was that it had not. So, scoreboard back to 4-2. No goal. Wills will retreat. Controls in the neutral zone, and he dumps it in. Ridgetown out from behind their own net. And played up ahead. Taken away, though, in the neutral zone. Good stick from Cook Avery. Thrown back in front by Ridgetown. That one batted down out of the air by Gilmartin. But back the other way is Brendan Ritchie. Ritchie went to the center. And Ridgetown could not find him. Gilmartin kind of fanned on that clearing attempt, but it gets out of the zone. Royals had to get back onside. Now the Royals 2-on-1 as Gilmartin, the lone man, back in the whiff by Ferrugia. That was a great look for him, and he could not connect. That one cleared out in front by Gilmartin. Now a chance. Raiders 2-on-1. Oaks Cook with a shot off the blocker. Big save for Lemieux. That one wide, and it's going to clear the zone. Oaks Cook throws it up into the zone. Addison Oaks Cook, and then it went off the leg. Back out in front. And that one ends up in the net. The whistle, I think, had gone before the puck crossed the goal line. It was tipped in by a Royal. We'll take another look here. It went off the leg of Colton Oaks Cook, and he threw it back out in front. Watch the Royals knock that into their own net. Like I said, I think the whistle had gone before the puck crossed the goal line, which that's pretty interesting. They're waiting. They've come out to center ice for the faceoff, at least the Raiders have, expecting that that goal is going to stand. Conversation down here to our left-hand side. Officials having a word with, that's Nolan Vandenborn, Ridgetown captain. He's telling his bench as he came over here, we could hear him. Double minor coming up against Ridgetown for a cross check and a slash. I'm still waiting to see if that goal will stand. I didn't see the cross check or the slash. More focused on Ridgetown putting the puck in their own net. Faceoffs at center ice. Scoreboard for now Still says 4-2. Whistle here before they drop the puck. Announcement of one of the penalties. Roughing for Hoskins. As the puck in behind the Raiders net. They're on the power play here. 5-on-4 though. Oaks Cook taken down in the corner. He's a little slow to get up, and Ridgetown can kill some time off here with Bateman. Owen Bateman, he got tripped up. No whistle there. Stick into the skates from Endy, and Bateman went down. Here's Endy the other way. Sitting on a hat trick now with 2 goals already. Endy, terrific move, gets down the left side and just rattles one up and over the blocker of Lemieux. Raiders able to keep it in the offensive end. 1:11 to go on the power play for them here. Ridgetown able to escape the zone. Matt Clark handed off. Vandenborn, shot blocked by the Raiders. Now a couple of guys deep for Ridgetown. Vandenborn hassling. Quick shot. That one hit a body in front and made its way behind the net. Trudeau couldn't connect on the pass, and it goes the length of the ice. Back to retreat is Gilmartin. Got it back from his goalie Fountain. 35 seconds to go on the power play. And dumped right back in. Fountain will have to go corral it. He missed. Puck battle here on the near corner. Back out in front. Quick shot blocked. But able to pick up his own miss is Blair Diernick dumped it deep. Here's Trudeau from behind his own net, looking up with 5 seconds left on the power play. Throws it up ahead for Hearn. Keenan Hearn down the near side. Hearn throws one off the glove of Lemieux. That one back in front. It's still loose. Kicked away by Lemieux. Held in by Gilmartin. His shot off a stick and into the corner. Penalty is over. Back to even strength and dumped all the way down the ice. No icing. Waved off as Gilmartin picks it up behind his own net. Thrown up ahead. Here's Trudeau up the right wing. Jordan Trudeau gets past one, nearly got past another. Puck went in front. Trudeau went hard into the... As will glove and control. See Trudeau behind the net, still, well, a little slow to get up, but he's up and skating off now. Appears to be all right. Well, Trudeau went hard into the boards. Seemed like it was a relatively clean altercation there. Sent him tumbling in behind the Ridgetown net. Face off one to the right side and kept in the zone. Pinching in was Trayer. Now he's battling along the boards. Ridgetown able to work it free, and they throw it up the near side. Ritchie got it right back, and then he dumps it in deep. Fountain behind the net, throws it off the near boards. Held in the zone by Vandenborn. Back up top, shot blocked. Vandenborn throws it in front. That went right through the paint. And sneaks out. Raiders. Trayer up through center. Has a couple of men. He tries to backhand pass to the near side for James Young. And that was unsuccessful. Puck down in the corner. Thrown behind the net, kind of dangerous pass from Mallet. Now along the near boards, and we've got a whistle. This is going to be a penalty. Might be 2 penalties. Just one. It's a cross check on the Raiders. And TI to the penalty kill again. Raiders shorthanded again for 2 minutes. Held in at the line. And dropped off. Ritchie down the right side. Ritchie throws it down below the red line. Got it back. Ritchie able to work it down into the corner. All the way around Van de Born. And quick shot on, saved by Fountain. Van de Born able to throw it back up top. He gets it right back. The captain from the left side throws it off a leg. Big block for the Raiders. It was Horner in front, and he just dumps it down in onto the Royals netminder. Right before this penalty, the referee skated over and signaled to the score table as that one's poked away by Fountain. He lost his stick on the poke check. So Fountain with no stick. 55 seconds left on the penalty kill. Raiders can't clear the zone. It's kept in, knocked down by the glove of Ferrugia. Ritchie, pass tipped, and still Raiders unable to escape the zone. Shot from the point went off the blocker of Fountain and held in at the line by Brendan Ritchie. Ritchie shot tipped in front and they score. Couple of chances for the Raiders to clear the zone. They're unable to do so. Fountain lost his stick and eventually was beaten by the tip in front from Van den Born. As you see the shot from the point by Ritchie. And Van den Born got the stick on it to redirect it past Fountain. I was started to say that the officials before that power play had skated over to the press box and let them know that it needed to be 5-2. So that goal that was put in on their own net by the Royals counted. But the Royals have gotten it back to a 2-goal margin. 5-3 after the power play goal for Nolan Van de Born. Royals the other way. That one poked into the corner, steered there by Fountain. Here's Oaks Cook up the near side. He throws it down the right wing, putting on the brakes. And the long centering pass back across the ice. Unable to connect. Gavin Cooks Avery with a pass. Royals the other way, 2-on-1, and they score again. Little concern for Sean Noah. He seems to be okay. He's going to skate through the line after he makes it 5-4. Take another look. Ended up being a 2-on-1 here on the near side, and a great pass from Fraley to find Noah in front. And the puck moved faster than Robert Fountain. Well, the officials are down here having a discussion with the Raider bench. Not sure what that's all about. This has been a back and forth game, and it's now 5-4. Might be headed for a repeat of one we saw last week that ended at 9-8. This is on that pace. 5-4. They've got 2 more minutes up on the board for the Raiders. And they'll be shorthanded again. Didn't get a signal there from the officials on the penalty, but it is against the Raiders. That one tipped in front, and Fountain did a terrific job to find it through the bodies and come up with the stop. There's the announcement. Addison Oaks Cook with 2 minutes for tripping. There's 1:35 remaining in that penalty. Out of the net, Lemieux will settle it down for Brendan Ritchie. Ritchie from behind his net. Stalls a little bit, now throws it up the left wing. Ferrugia played it in deep. Gilmartin has it up along the boards. It's worked free. Thrown out to the point. And then back to the near side. Van de Born throws it across. Big blast from the point, and they score. Landon Hoskins with a slapper from the blue line. And another power play goal for the Royals. We're all tied up at 5 apiece. That one, pretty textbook slap shot from Hoskins, able to ring it off the inside of the pipe and in. And again, the penalties come back to haunt the Raiders. Game tied at 5. Oaks Cook in the offensive zone. Raiders haven't had a lot of opportunities offensively in this second period. Even though they've scored a couple of goals, they've been shorthanded for a majority of it. Oaks Cook out to the near sideline. And that one thrown on goal and tipped into the corner. Puck came right back into the crease, and Lemieux, off the skate of his own defenseman, will cover it up with 9:34 to go in the second period. Into the faceoff dot for the Raiders is Cook Avery against Nolan Van de Born. Came all the way out to the blue line and then just thrown into the corner by St. Anne Spinner. Van de Born throws it up ahead. The Van de Borns play catch. Taken away though in the slot area. Oaks Cook throws it up ahead. Quick shot blockered away and up into the netting by Lemieux. Stop and play with 9:13 to go. Morja into the circle against Nolan Van den Born. Van den Born won it back. Thrown up high and batted down at center ice by St. Anne Spinner. Here he is up the near side. Now Morja. Matt Morja tried to drop it off for Harville, but it was taken away by Nolan Van den Born. I'm not sure he's come off the ice in the second period. He's been out there an awful lot. Big check laid on the far side by Mallet. Quick shot off the pad from Ritchie. Now the Raiders looking for the home run pass, and it's broken up. Deflected off the skate of Ferrugia. Royals look to break out from behind their own net. Tip forward at center ice. And now down the near sideline, taken away, and puck chipped back into the Royals' end with 8:08 to go. Speed down the far side, Ritchie. And he lost the puck, kind of ran into his own man. Shot from the point off the blocker of Fountain and then into his glove. Ritchie had a good chance down that far side. The only problem was he ran into his own man, Blair Derrick, on the half boards. Fraley in a faceoff dot wins it back, but controlled by the Raiders. Chipped forward by Hearn. And now Wills into the offensive end. Cleared though by the Royals. Wills took a tumble right in the slot area. Raiders unable to clear the zone. Centering pass off the skate, and Fountain got behind him. And he was able to throw the pads on it, squeeze, and hold on. As Fraley went flying. Spencer Clark in there too. Vandenborn into the faceoff circle for the Royals. And he wins it straight back. Trudeau unable to slice it out of the zone. Now they will, and Trudeau, if he can get there, it's going to be a 1-on-0. Trudeau couldn't handle it. He throws it to the front of the net anyway, and it worked its way all the way through the crease. Back in front, another shot, and that one was blocked off the stick of Endy. Still trying to get that hat trick. Tip in front by Trudeau. He wanted to go 5-hole, and Lemieux squeezed the pads to make the stop. 6:54 to go in the second period. All tied up at 5. Royals have come back from 2 goals down twice. Second time they came back from 3 goals down. It was 5-2. And they've made it even in the second frame. Face-off one straight back, but controlled by the Raiders. Thrown around behind the net. Royals able to clear before it's taken right back by Dylan St. Anne Spinner into the zone and right back out. Raiders need to get onside. Now they do. Broken pass and thrown netward, but missing well wide from Cook Avery. Avery trying to work that one free, and now it's turned into a 1-on-1, maybe a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Nifty move in the slot area and a quick shot right into the chest of Robert Fountain. Pretty good look for Owen Bateman. They were able to turn the puck over in the neutral zone, create a 2-on-1. And Bateman with a backhand. Unable to beat Fountain. Held in. That one hit a body in front, never made its way through. Raiders able to clear the zone down the near side. Matt Morja. Morja rings one off the pipe. Raiders think it went in. Play will continue. Vandenborn gets around one. Nifty move. Great pass, but just behind Matt Clark. Harville gloves it down. He skates up the near side with some speed. Throws it in front. Missed everything. And worked back in behind. Up against the boards. Youngs trying to work free. Riley Youngs. His centering pass broken up by Sean Noah. And now Noah unable to escape the zone. Vandenborn will work it into the neutral zone and then throw it on goal, or Fountain is able to just play it in behind for Gilmartin. Gilmartin from behind his own net, surveying there. 5 minutes to go in the period. Pass was tipped by Gilmartin. Harville's going to chase it into the zone. Puck in the corner. Harville lost it. And this one in the neutral zone. Gilmartin out to St. Anne Spinner on the near side. Dylan St. Anne Spinner down the wing. In behind the net, tried to wrap around, and that one saved by Lemieux. Held in at the point by Hearn. And Trudeau will just dump it deep. In the chase is Endy. And the puck up along the near boards. Controlled here by Addison Oaks Cook. He'll turn and spin. Throws it back in. Able to get around the first check. Penalty coming. What could be a knee or an interference. Fountain to the bench. hopped over the stick, a St. Anne spinner. And eventually the puck is touched up. Player down for the Raiders. That was that penalty. It looked really kind of like knee on knee. I believe that's Keenan Hearn, player who stayed down for the Raiders. Officials are going to have a discussion about it at center ice. I'll be the first one to admit I'm not the greatest at reading lips and the music too loud to be able to hear the referee as he came over. Pretty sure he said 5 in a game on the call. At the very least, it is a 5-minute major up on the board, which with 4 minutes to go in the period means that for the rest of the second, Raiders will have an extra skater out there. Face-off won back by the Royals and then just heaved up the ice by Hudson Mallett. Gilmartin in behind. Drop pass for Endy. Endy enters the zone, dumps it deep. Nobody in there for the Raiders. And the Royals able to clear. Fountain throws it back up to center ice, where it's corralled by Endy. Raiders might have got in and into the zone ahead of the puck there. They're going to say they stayed on side, but the Royals able to clear it deep again. Gilmartin, after it was settled down by Fountain. Gilmartin gets around one, throws it up to the blue line. Endy will heave it in deep. And Oaks Cook chases into the corner. Puck stayed there. Battle along the wall. And it escapes the zone again. Raiders unable to get anything set up here on the 5-minute major. Cook Avery into the zone this time. Gavin Cook Avery behind the net. Throws it along the near boards. And again, it escapes the zone. Fountain will have to come out and play it. 3:30 to go on the PK for the Ridgetown Royals. A 5-minute major for, we believe, kneeing. Oaks Cook up the near side. Centering pass broken up enough to prevent Youngs from getting a good look off. Gilmartin will pick it up at the point, off the boards. All the way back out to the near side. That one blocked and cleared out of the zone by Owen Bateman, who's put in a shift defensively here in the second period. 3 minutes to go in the 5-minute major. 2:45 now. Really just the one shot, if you like, for the Raiders here on the power play. Chance, though, here for him. Centering pass again, broken up. Blocked that time by Hudson Mallett, and then a whistle. The net came off behind Lemieux. Terrific work on the penalty killer halfway through. The Royals trying to hold on to this 5-5 tie. Morja against Vandenborn. Vandenborn's been great in the faceoff. Dottie wins another one back, but Gilmartin's going to go fight for it in the corner. Vandenborn unable to clear, held in at the line by Trudeau. His pass along the blue line. It's a St. Anne spinner. Shot deflected and missed on the near side. This one again dumped out, but kept in the zone. And now it will escape. Royals with a 2-on-1. Centering pass, and Clark couldn't connect. Been a few of those tonight for the Royals. Now some numbers. Raiders, drop pass, shot into the chest of Lemieux. A little pushing and shoving after the play. Gilmartin got his money's worth. Now he's headed back to the Raiders bench. First real look on the power play. Over 3 minutes in. Minute 49 remaining on the major. 54 seconds remaining in the period. 5-5 is the score. Face off right into the skates of Ritchie. And again, cleared out. Drop pass. And Endy through center ice with a head of steam. He dumps it in. Rolls all the way around the boards and skips past at the blue line. 25 seconds to go in the period. Maybe one last rush for the Raiders. On the power play still. Into the zone. Cook Avery up top. St. Anne spinner shot missed high on the far side. And then the pass back to the blue line broken up. Just one last shot down the ice, and that'll end the period. There'll be 54 seconds remaining on the Raider power play when we head to the third period. Game tied at 5 apiece, and an eventful second that saw 5 goals split between the two teams. There was 5 goals in the first period, split 3-2. And then they went the opposite way, 2-3 in the second. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Thousand Islands Raiders YouTube channel. My name is Connor Lalone. Happy to be up here watching some pretty impressive physical hockey. It's been high scoring, it's been high octane, and just hope that you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. We're going to take a break here. The second intermission, game all knotted up at 5 goals apiece. Welcome back inside the barn here in Clayton. We're ready for the third period between the Thousand Island Raiders and the Ridgetown Royals, all tied up at 5. Raiders, remember, still on the power play here to start the third after that 5-minute major towards the end of the second. A couple of players in ahead of the puck here on the near sideline, so they're going to be offside. They had to touch up. But meanwhile, there's going to be another penalty on Ridgetown, right here, right directly in front of us. And it looked like a roughing call. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 31 seconds. And then 5-on-4. The numerical advantage for the Raiders. And they didn't really get anything set up with the extra skater in the second period. An opportunity here after they win the face-off with 2 extra guys out there on the ice right now. Gilmartin, quick pass out to the near side, and they score! Gavin Cook Avery on the near side, and the Raiders will stay on the power play and take the lead. You see Cook Avery through traffic there. There was a body in front of Lemieux, his own man, and he didn't get a clean look at it. And Cook Avery gives the Raiders the lead. Six to 5. Puck cleared deep. And now back to 5-on-4. Down the near wing. Oaks, Cook. Puck cleared into the corner and then all the way down the ice, settled down by Fountain. He goes up to Gilmartin on the right wing. Gilmartin lost his stick. Wants a whistle, didn't get it, and that puck right across the blue line, turned over by the Raiders. Drop pass, and right in front. Oh, wow, what a save by Fountain. That looked like a sure goal for the Royals as the puck came in front, and a perfect pass right across the seam and full extension. Fountain stretches across, throws out the glove, and makes a tremendous stop to keep this a 1-goal lead for the Raiders. Face-off won by the Royals, and the shot deflected to the near corner. Now up the near wing, Gilmartin to Cook Avery, who has the go-ahead goal. That one in on to Lemieux. He picks it up and holds on. Back to 5-on-5 here with 18:20 to go in regulation. Vandenborn behind his own net, stops and comes back out to the near sideline. Puck thrown up through center, corralled by Gilmartin, and then he'll get it right back. Gilmartin looks up the middle, had to wait for it. Did Endy. Endy's going to take it all the way to the far boards. Back up top, shot blocked by Vandenborn, and he looked to go quick, but Thompson got a stick on it. Vandenborn passed to Ferrugia, and he collects in the far corner. Back to Vandenborn. He tried to center it. Another quick shot. The puck's loose, and it's going to be iced by the Raiders. That one snuck behind Fountain, and it was never across the line. No goal is the signal Fountain made the stop. The puck was loose there behind him. Royals were celebrating. There was never a whistle. Puck was never covered. And Raiders able to scoop it up and send it long for the icing. Quick shot from the point, gloved by Fountain. And another stop with 17:31 to go. 6-5, the Raiders with the lead after the goal for Cook Avery on the power play. Puck rattled around by St. Anne Spinner. Clark throws it across the ice. Vandenborn and a battle with Youngs. And now here's Riley Youngs up the left side. Has Harville for company. And well read and defended by Owen Bateman. Clark drops it off for Fraley. Fraley through center ice. He was taken off the puck. And then a whistle. Puck blown dead on this near sideline. I think he got up into the bench area, so the face-off into the neutral zone. It's Matt Morja in against Brendan Ritchie. Ritchie wins it straight back to Bateman. Bateman throws it all the way across the ice and gets it right back from Daring. Whiffed on it and trying to fight through the check was Morja. A couple of guys get tangled up at the blue line. Bateman now up the near side. Ferrugia centering pass, made it all the way through. Now back up to the point. Reeled in there by Matt Clark. Clark back across the ice to Mallet. And the puck out in front. It's still loose and just swept clear. This is going to be an icing call against the Raiders with 16:09. Referee making sure that the 5 that were out there for Thousand Islands remain on the ice after the icing call. Face off one to the side. And centering pass out in front comes off the pipe. Another great look for the Royals. Unable to sneak it past Robert Fountain. Puck out to center ice now. Mallet throws it off the boards. And at the blue line, a battle there. Dropped off for Josh Ferrugia. Ferrugia over the blue line, lets a shot go that went off a stick and into the corner. Trying to poke it free on that far sideline. Morja, inside board rather, Morja. And the Raiders do work it free. Nifty work from Endy, but then he lost the handle. Wills couldn't pick up the puck in the neutral zone. And Endy ends up back with it in neutral ice. Oaks Cook off the bench is just going to dump it in. It's gloved though. And skating forward is Bateman. Bateman gets around one, but not Gilmartin, who will dump the puck down the other end for another icing call. Kind of all hands on deck right now for the Raiders. Just content to throw the puck down the other end of the ice and try to win a defensive zone faceoff. Several icings for him here early in the third period. Just under 5 minutes gone. Puck one back into the corner. Wills taken hard into the boards. Out to the blue line, a shot from the point, and it's wide on the blocker side of Fountain. Puck into the corner, and it'll rattle out behind the net. Gilmartin will pick it up there. He throws it up the left side. Endy looks forward. Oaks Cook played it off a skate into the corner, and he will chase down into that corner. Puck still down there and reeled in by Jeremy Nolan Vanderborn rather. Van Born will go challenge Gilmartin, who just dumps it back in. Raiders needed to get back on side. They haven't yet. And a long stretch pass to Van Born. He is quickly dispossessed. Nick Snyder throws it forward. Cook Avery back to Snyder. Snyder has Oaks Cook. Centering pass was broken up. Oaks Cook shot blocked by Clark. And that one sent down the length of the ice, and pretty early whistle on the icing call. Looked like the Royals might have beat that one down there, but the whistle went, and it's going to be an offensive face-off. Also, it's a zone face-off for the Raiders here. 13:52 to go in regulation. A 1-goal lead for the home team here. Morja into the dot. One to the side. And centering pass from Youngs was broken up. That one's going to just escape the zone. And quickly thrown right back in deep. Noah had it in the corner. It's thrown back around and again out of the zone. St. Anne Spinner out to the near boards. Turned over there. Back the other direction are the Royals. Shot went wide. St. Anne Spinner back to the far boards. Quick first time pass. And Clark throws it back out in front. Fraley over the blue line, dumped it into the corner. Dylan St. Anne Spinner chips it along. Oaks Cook. And back across the blue line. Settled down by Hoskins. Ferrugia. Now to Derrick on the near boards. Blaine Derrick back across the ice for Hoskins. Hoskins in. And the Royals offside. Josh Ferrugia in ahead of the puck. Face-off out to the neutral zone with 12:37 to go. One back and controlled by Ridgetown. Matt Clark dumps it deep. Fountain out of the net to play it. Circling around is Gilmartin. Up the near boards, lost the puck there. Centering pass and unable to connect were the Royals. They keep it in the zone though. Shot from the blue line. That was tipped in front and worked into the corner. Battle along the near boards and it's thrown in deep. Gilmartin got it up ahead to Wills. Wills. And the Raiders will escape the zone. It's thrown in deep by Endy. Steered to the corner by Lemieux. And then cleared out of the zone. This one again thrown in deep. Lemieux will come out of the net to play it. Lost the handle. Back out in front. Quick shot from Snyder. Hit a body up high. Royals the other way with speed. Brody, Fraley down the left wing, and he missed on the right side. Cook Avery couldn't control the long rebound. Fraley again turns on the Jets. Drop pass, Van Born, and he had it poked away. Well read by Trudeau to check it away. Up the near side, and fighting is Cook Avery. Shot on and saved by Lemieux. 11 minutes to go. Pass thrown ahead for Van Born. Missed him. Icing waved off as St. Anne Spinner made an attempt to play the puck, but couldn't quite reach it. Good pace to the game now. Quick shot off the glove and then smothered by Lemieux. Cook Avery streaking in. And a tough shot, kind of handcuffed. Should apologize. This whole third period I've been saying Owen Lemieux. It's actually Nolan Hocker who's out there in net now. Didn't notice that change until just now. Whistle here before the face-off. will try again. Cook Avery. And now Nolan Vandenborn's going to get thrown out, which draws the ire of quite a few of the skaters out there. Fraley behind the net. Bateman, rather, turned it over. Puck dumped in deep. And Hoskins, long stretch pass for Vandenborn. He gets around one. Vandenborn, and he's taken down, goes into Fountain. Delayed penalty as the Raiders will touch up. It's a slashing call as Nolan Vandenborn got to the net. And with one on his back, he draws the slashing call. You see him there go right into Robert Fountain. Early stages yet, obviously, in the season. We've only seen the Raiders here at home, and this will be the fourth time. 2 regular season games in that preseason sort of scrimmage, if you will, against Buffalo. It's one of the things, though, you will have noticed if you've watched them here at home. They've struggled to stay out of the penalty box at times, and that's come back to haunt them. Quick pass. A shot was blocked. The Royals will control. That one rang off the pipe and hits the roof here in the barn. Quick release from Brendan Ritchie, and he rang it right off the crossbar. Ended up off the ceiling tiles that hang down here. Face-off one back. Shot well wide. Controlled by Horner, who's out there on the penalty kill for TI. Shot in front, knocked down, but unable to do anything with it was Mallet. Raiders unable to clear the zone. Fanning on the shot was Hoskins. It's back out to the post. Ferrugia scores. Josh Ferrugia with a big blast from the point. Couple of times the Royals have now scored on long shots that have been able to beat Robert Fountain. A lot of bodies in front of him there. You could see Ferrugia let one go, and it flies into the top corner up past the glove of Bobby Fountain. And we're all tied at 6 goals apiece. Another power play goal for the Ridgetown Royals. Puck fed in deep, and out to control it was Nolan Hacker. Up along the far boards, Vandenborn. His pass taken away. Big collision between Wills and one of the Royals. Shot from the slot, and they score! Raiders with an instant answer. Quick shot. Believe that was Cook Avery again. We'll take another look here, as that one probably shouldn't have got past the Royals netminder Hacker. It was kind of a seeing eye shot. Looked like Hacker never really saw it. He screened, and Raiders back in front in a wild one, 7-6. Still 9 minutes to go. Up the right wing, letting one go that missed well wide, was Brendan Ritchie. Puck in that far corner. Quick shot again in front, and that one missed high. Oaks Cook trying to slice it clear, but they're just unable to escape the corner. Puck still down along the near boards. And Royals able to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Out to the right side, skating past one, letting one go from the slot was Matt Clark, and he missed wide. Fanning on the clearing attempt. Down on the ice, Cerow will keep it in the offensive zone. Spinning around now is Ritchie, Brendan Ritchie. Throws one to the net, kind of hopeful more than anything, and steered aside by Fountain. Puck in the near corner, now back across the ice. Oaks Cook will pick it up. Colton Oaks Cook comes all the way back around to the near side, and he had it taken away. Cerow couldn't handle the errant pass, but he gets it here on the far sideline, then he turns it over. Taken away quickly by Addison Oaks Cook, and then dumped all the way down. It misses Fountain. Icing waved off. Might have came off a Raiders stick last. Puck down in the near corner yet again. Now up the near wall, center ice pass, and a quick backhand swallowed up by Nolan Hacker. Riley Young's got some space down the center of the ice. Had a pretty good look at it, but it was on his backhand, and by the time he was able to corral it and get a good shot away there, no angle. Puck went straight back off the face-off by Nolan Vanderborn. Held in the zone by Gilmartin. His shot blocked off the skate of Mallet. And here come the Royals the other way with Brody Fraley. Fraley hit hard by Harville. And Harville will try to work the puck out of the zone. He can't. Wills went to take the body and missed. Shot thrown off of Fountain, then dumped clear off the boards. No icing as it's controlled by Derink. He swings around. Puck out to Bateman. Bateman, long stretch pass up ahead for Ritchie. Ritchie throws one on Fountain. The puck is still loose. And Fountain wasn't sure where it was. Ritchie had a chance to maybe sneak that one in on the wraparound. Worked out to the point. Hoskins threw it into the corner. Puck is still loose in front, and Gilmartin will come up with it. He throws it up ahead to Dan Harville. Comes out to the near boards, and Harville will just dump it in to the offensive zone. Clark throws it up ahead. Pass taken away in the neutral zone. Thompson with the steal. Thompson winds up and lets one go and into the pads. The chest to then swallowed up into the glove by Nolan Hacker with 6:08. Big blast from Thompson. Well tracked and held on to. 6:08 to go. A 1-goal lead again for the Raiders. Thompson unable to keep that one in the zone. It's just slapped back in by St. Anne Spinner. Clark behind his own net, comes out in front, throws it up the near side to Brody Fraley. Fraley across ice. Good stick to take it away. And into the corner, dumped off the boards, rode along the dasher. And now a chance, 3-on-1, maybe for the Raiders from behind. Still getting the shot away, and then right into the goaltender was Ezekiel Endy. And Endy might have drawn a penalty there, as he was goal bound. Hell-bent, decided to take it himself, went right to the front of the net and was kind of dragged down from behind. Don't see any sort of signal like there's going to be a penalty call there. Well, right now, Ridgetown's only got 4 skaters on the ice. Again, never saw an official skate over here to the near side to say anything. Now they've got 2 up on the board. Would be a tripping call, you would figure. We'll get the announcement here in a second. Puck thrown off the official skates. A power play chance here for the Raiders to try to add to their 1-goal lead. Down low is Snyder, Nick Snyder. Lost the puck, and it's cleared by Brody Fraley all the way down to Fountain. Snyder took a hit right at the blue line, which has the Raiders incensed. Holding his face, he might have caught one up high. Quick pass down the near wing and then back out to the point. Cook Avery. Deflected up into the netting as Endy was trying to work it out to the far boards. 4:52 to go, a minute 16 remaining in the Raider power play. Cook Avery in a face-off dot, passes it back, shot blocked, but held in at the point. Turning St. Anne spinner and then dumped back in for Oaks Cook. Oaks Cook to Cook Avery. Cook Avery, St. Anne spinner, down low into the corner, back up top. St. Anne spinner looks, throws one to the front of the net, deflected by Oaks Cook and into the corner. We got another penalty against the Ridgetown Royals. And coming over to sit down is Hudson Mallett. It's going to be another 5-on-3 opportunity for the Raiders. They scored the last time. They've got another chance here after the cross-check call on Hudson Mallett. A 1-goal lead, a 2-man advantage in period number 3 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Morja into the face-off dot. He's met there by Brendan Ritchie. Morja able to win it forward and then slapped clear. That one up into the bench. Into his own bench from Matt Clark. Put his hand up, let his guys know that it's not what he was intending to do. One back, Gil Martin up top, deflected in front and steered into the corner by Hacker. Young's battling for it down low. Snyder in there as well. Clark lost his stick but was able to work it free. And now kept into the zone by the Raiders. Quick shot turned aside by Hacker. Thrown back up top. Endy passed in front, kind of shot pass was tipped into the corner. Endy sets up shop on the near side. The puck went in front instead. And the redirect from Morja was steered into the corner. First penalty's over. There's still a minute and 5 remaining on the second with 3:30 to go in the game. Raiders with the lead and the man advantage. Right at the blue line, taken by Riley Youngs. He will drop it back. Quick pass to Oaks Cook on the near side. His centering pass went deflected by Morja and steered all the way into the corner. Back out, Gil Martin throws it across ice. And then turning, dumping it into the corner was Riley Youngs. Oaks Cook will give chase behind the net. He centers it, but nobody there. Glove down by Youngs. Here comes Ridgetown the other way. Blair Dernick taking off the puck. Gil Martin will throw it behind the net. And changes for the Royals. Chip forward. And losing the handle right at the pivotal moment was Gavin Cook Avery and cleared all the way down the ice. 7 seconds, 6 and 5 on the power play remaining for the Raiders. We're back to even strength with 2:27 to go in the third period. Speed up the near wing, but drop back. And then chipped forward into the bench area. Faceoff will come into the neutral zone. Dot kind of right in front of us. We'll bring it right back to center ice. 2:17 remaining. And keep an eye, we will for you, on Nolan Hacker down to our right-hand side. If the Royals can set up shop in the offensive end, you think he'd be headed to the bench as soon as they can do that. Hacker starts to wheel out towards the hash mark. Centering pass broken up there by Cook Avery. Here's Harville. He takes a hard check. That's going to be another penalty. Looked like a pretty good body check, I thought, from Josh Ferrugia. Well, Dan Harville has come down the ice with pretty good speed, and Ferrugia stepped across, laid the body on him, and they're going to say he did so in an illegal fashion and get the Royals forward with a trip was the signal. I'm going to say that he stuck his leg out and clipped Harville, which ultimately is what upset his balance and forward progress. And so now for the remainder of the game, the Raiders will be on the power play unless, of course, they score one before then. 7-6 they lead. And a good chance here to try to just ice this game. Up the far boards, taken hard into the far boards was Endy. And that one rings around the boards, cleared all the way out. Back to retrieve it is Nick Snyder behind his own net. Snyder will turn, looks up ice, long pass. Up ahead for Oaks Cook, his pass through the center of the ice. Back to Snyder. Deflected a couple of times, broken up, Oaks Cook. And that one just dumped in, narrowly misses the ceiling. And a battle here along the near boards. Cleared all the way down the ice off the back glass behind the goal. Under a minute to go. This one fed up ahead to the blue line. Endy will just dump it into the offensive zone. Picked up there by Hoskins. Hoskins throws it forward. Played down by Fraley. Fighting forward was Cook Avery. Battle here along the near boards. And the Raiders will come up with it, but unable to clear the zone is St. Anne Spinner. 22 seconds to go. Puck down low. Fraley throws it across. Nobody there in a cream color sweater. And a chance now to just dump the puck down the ice into the empty net, and it will go. Empty net goal for the Raiders. Thrown all the way down the ice. And I believe, I'll take another look here on the replay with you guys. I'm pretty confident that was Endy. Ezekiel Endy able to work the puck free in the defensive end and then just flip it down the ice and into the net that had been vacated by Nolan Hacker. 8-6. Raiders will win again on home ice. Puck clear down the other end, and that'll do it. Trayer with a little extra pushing and shoving after the fact, but that is the horn to signal the end of the game. Trayer's still a little fired up. And no reason for the Raiders to do anything here. Just go ahead, go celebrate with Bobby Fountain and get off the ice. A nice victory here at home. Saw the Raiders go up by 2 goals a couple of times. They were pegged back by the Royals. Saw a 2-goal lead disappear and then a 3-goal lead vanish as well. But able to right the ship and steer it into victorious waters. 8-6 the final score. The Raiders win again on home ice here in Clayton, New York at the Cerow Rec Park. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the Raiders here on their YouTube channel. My name is Connor Lalone. Brooks on the camera for us here like we said, 8-6, the final. Raiders victorious at home. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. We enjoyed watching the hockey here. And we hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you in a few weeks when the Raiders are home again. Take care.